What is going on, guys? It's Jansen here with a brand new video. Today I've got an absolute treat for you guys. I'm going to be demonstrating just how easy it is to find killer products that make an absolute fortune just by sourcing with Alibaba. You really don't want to miss this one. Spoiler alert, one of the products that I find generates over £40,000 worth of revenue a month. It's absolutely insane. If you enjoyed this video or anything else on the channel, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay guys, so the method that I'm going to be using today to try and find you some really good looking products is just by using Alibaba. And this is a method that I used when I was looking for my product, which eventually resulted in me finding something that's just generated me £30,000 of revenue in 1 month. It's unbelievable. So don't write this idea off, don't write this technique off if you think it's too simple, too straightforward or anything like that. The main purpose of it is to find you products that definitely sell well so that you can then start to think about additional ideas, additional product ideas that are linked to that, or maybe if you're really lucky to actually sell that product that comes up. So the first thing that I do is come into Alibaba and I just type in keywords that I think suppliers might have put in their title in order to communicate to people that their product is a top seller, that it's very popular, things like that. So all that I did, this is way back in May that I did this, it still works now, I've tried it out, is just type out Amazon top seller, say 2018, press enter. Now, I have had a couple of comments from people in the past saying, well, surely if you're typing in a product saying Amazon top seller, then it may well be a top seller on Amazon, but surely that means that the market is too busy, it's too saturated, and there's no opportunity for me. And what I'd say to that is, don't forget that most of you guys watching this are probably in the UK, and the UK compared to the US is very, very different. It's very small and it's nowhere near as mature as the US market. And most of these sellers on Alibaba, they'll be selling for the US market. So in actual fact, saying that it's a very saying that it's a very popular product, it's probably indicating that it's a very popular product in the US, which is great for us because it means that it's probably going to be popular in the UK too, and it may not have even hit the UK store yet. So, you know, definitely worth checking out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just spend a couple of minutes kind of explaining to you guys the kind of thought process that I have as I run through these products, and hopefully we're going to find some decent little products that we could think about possibly selling. So, okay, the first thing is that I'm looking for is just generally, is it a small product? Am I going to be able to get it shipped from China to the UK cheaply? You know, it could be a fantastic product in terms of you're able to brand it and it's got good sales, but if it's too bulky, if it's too big, it's going to push your postage costs up way too high and it's not going to be profitable. So these products need to be lightweight, small, able to be posted, okay? So I've seen one here, dog bark collar. I've seen this in the past and I do actually think it's quite a good product, mainly because it's small, it's easy to be brandable, and you know exactly your target audience for when you start to look for advertising on Facebook. It's dog lovers, okay? So we can open that one up there. My only concern is with this one is that it's electronic. I'd typically say when you're thinking about a product, you want to think about something that's small and lightweight, something with good margins, something with sales obviously, something where you can add value, and ideally something that's not electronic. And the reason that I think that is that if it's electronic, you've got more chance of something going wrong, i.e. it goes to the customer and it doesn't work, so the customer sends it back, asks for a refund, and possibly gives you a 1 star. And with products that aren't electronic, you've got much less chance of that happening. Now, again, I've said in the past, there's no such thing as a perfect product, so don't be put off by that, which is why I'm going to be looking into this product a bit further in a second. My product is actually electronic, and I'm just saying that I have had a couple of issues with customers about it not working because of that. So that's the only reason that I say to bear that in mind. But the main thing, guys, that you want to be looking for when you're kind of scouting, when you're doing your screening, is it's lightweight, it's not too expensive in terms of a per unit cost. So I'd probably say this $11 mark is, depending on your budget, that's probably the max that you want to go. And of course, you want to make sure that you're able to brand it, add your own label on it, and that the sales are there. So we've got that one, dog bark collar. We're seeing quite a lot of those, so they're clearly popular. Again, could just be very, very popular in the US, and there's certainly room for us to join in the UK. Okay, puppy pet dog training pads. I'm not going to look at that. I think it's too difficult to brand. Silicone ice cream. Weather's probably not there in the UK, and it's quite cheap, so the margins probably aren't there. Again, guys, don't forget that Amazon takes quite a hefty fee. They take 15%, I think, of your selling fee, and then an additional £1.50 to £2.50 for posting. So, you know, that's going to definitely impact margins there. So it's something that you need to be aware of. Okay, let's go on to page 2. Okay, so dog bark collars are clearly very popular. We've got them, and ice cream scoops, which is a bit strange if they go together. Okay, keep going. No, still getting lots of the same. So clearly, let's have a look. What else? Okay, washable pet training pads. Okay, so there seems to be quite a lot of stuff related to dogs. So you know, if you've got an interest in dogs, there's definitely space for a few more dog lovers here. Okay, what else have we got here? Okay, lighting equipment. And as I say, guys, this kind of method that I'm using, don't be under any illusion that it's a really quick, straightforward process. When I was doing this for my product, it took me, you know, probably, I think it took about a week of searching before I actually found decent products. The thing that you need to keep in mind is that there's hundreds of thousands of listings on Alibaba. So you do need to be patient. But as you've seen with my product, you know, £30,000 of revenue, it is all worth it. Okay, we seem to be kind of trapped in a dog zone here. We're going to get anything else? Okay, posture corrector. The amount of messages I get, guys, from people sending me their products saying, what do you think to this? And it's, I'd say 8 or 9 times out of 10, it's a posture corrector. I'd say stay away from that. Firstly, because the category is gated, it's pretty hard to get into. And secondly, there's just a huge amount of volume of people jumping on the posture corrector bandwagon at the minute. The reason being that Jungle Scout just seems to flag it up because of the sales. Okay, so what about this? Stale steam protein water shaker. That could be interesting. I've not seen that before. Hair straightening comb, possibly. Electric doorbell, and I've seen that before, and I'm not convinced on that purely because it's electronic and needs Wi-Fi and things, so it's probably going to be quite troublesome. Winter pregnancy belt, what on earth? Okay, let's do that. So again, I'm thinking that's pretty lightweight. The price is $6.99. I'm not sure how much it'd retail for, but I'd imagine it'd be more than £12 or so. Virtual reality glasses, no. Okay, what about this? Aroma Essential All Diffuser. They're quite small, $9.50. I've seen those advertised before because I was thinking of getting one myself, and I think they were about £15. Skin moisture, no. Electronic. Okay, what about this? Stainless steel drinking straws, yes. Those are very in fashion at the minute. You know, against the whole war on plastic, everybody's against plastic, so I think the trend of buying steel straws is going to increase. And look at this, guys. I mean, how many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 ideas to explore further. And I've spent, what, 5 or 6 minutes just kind of looking through. And you can see how many pages there are with Alibaba here. There's over 100. So, you know, you've got tons and tons. And this is just one keyword I've entered here. Amazon top seller. There's loads of different things that you can enter. You can enter top trending. You can even enter eBay, fast seller, loads of different things. And you're going to get different results each time. Knives, definitely not. Stay away from that. Water bottle. I think we've seen someone do that before. Okay, what else have we got? Wholesale straws again. So you do kind of see similar products coming up, but that doesn't mean that there's not, you know, space in the market for someone like us to join, because with Amazon FBA, it's not about just offering a different product. It's about branding it differently, having a better branding, having better listing, having better photos, everything like that. So as long as you can find a product that's popular, I think you're halfway there. Okay, one more mini signless wire box. What about this one here? Oh, maybe not actually, it's too big, definitely too big. Water bottle, seen those lots and lots of times, too saturated. Silicone drinking straws, got that. Okay, come on, let's go for one more and then we can start looking at sales and hopefully see that sales are there. Expandable. Okay, what about that one? That's quite interesting. Expandable water bottle. I've not seen that before. Mink eyelashes. I'm just kind of having a little extra look now just to see if there's anything on this page that's interesting. I quite like the mirror and the eyelashes actually. Bluetooth speaker, no. Electronic, headphone jack, no. Waterproof back. Vanity makeup mirror. It's made of glass, so it might break, but let's have a look at it anyway, shall we? Have a look at that. And you've got another diffuser there as well, which we've already selected, so that's another different design. Mink eyelashes. Okay, right, so we've got these products here. Let me just load them all up into Amazon, find them, and then I can show you whether the sales are there, hopefully. Right guys, so I've just gone through Amazon to find the listings that we found just now on Alibaba, and the results are in. So the first one, we've got the dog bark collar. Literally just went on Amazon and typed in dog bark collar, whatever. You can see that the product is the exact same. There's no difference. It's the exact same as what we've just seen on Alibaba. Okay, and the results are, I'm very pleased to say that the results are actually very good. So you can see here that there's some sellers doing 26 units a day. That's 738 in a month equivalent. It doesn't type exactly, but that's Jungle Scat's estimation. But look at this, guys. They're making £15,000 worth of revenue off the exact same product that we've got here. They're charging £20. And how much was the Alibaba one charging? Okay, so $14 for 2 to 19. You're not going to order 2 to 19. You're going to order more than that. So let's say that your initial order is 200 or 300. $12. Now, Alibaba suppliers always have an inflated price on the listing. You can always expect to get some money off. So what I'd say here is $13. You could probably expect to get this product, I reckon, for £9 landed. So £9 landed. So this person here is making £11 before Amazon fees. Let's just take Amazon's fees off. So let's say it costs £2 for them to post it, and then a couple more. Let's just be prudent here and say they're making £6 profit per unit. That is an insane amount of money that they're making there. Like nearly 150 quid profit a day. That's profit, guys. So already we've found a really good product. Again, as I mentioned before, this kind of ticks a lot of boxes. Doesn't tick them all, but remember, no product really does typically. The boxes it ticks, we can get it for a cheap price. We can sell it for a good amount. We can brand it. We can definitely improve on the listing. I mean, what's this? It's just literally a picture of a dog here. I'm sure you can think of a way to improve it. This seller doesn't actually bundle it with anything, and they're one of the top sellers, so we can bundle with it, and it's lightweight, so it won't cost much to get into the UK. So I'd say first product that we found was a tick. Now the next product that I thought was good was the pregnancy belt. There were a couple of other products that we found, you remember, that weren't suitable, so I'm only going to go through the ones just in the interest of time that was good. The reason that the other ones weren't suitable was because the sales weren't there. They were like less than 5 a day. So this pregnancy belt, now I typed it in and I found something very similar. It's not actually directly, it's not the exact same, but that doesn't matter. The whole point of this Alibaba method that I'm teaching you now is not just to find you the exact product to do. It's to help you create an idea, help with ideas. So I found something that's a bit similar, and it's maternity belt. So when if you're a female, you're someone that's pregnant, if the baby's quite heavy, then they can get this belt to support the weight of it. Not something that I actually knew existed before doing this. But you can see here that there's one seller doing 17 a day. They're doing £10,000 worth of revenue a month. Now, the one thing that I would say about this is that the sales aren't that consistent, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's not an opportunity for you to come in and to take this person's sales. So this is probably one on the maybe list. This is one where you should track sales. You should always track sales, but you should track sales. You should look at all the different listings and try and work out why this seller here seems to be taking all of the sales. I mean, it's a bit strange to me. It looks strange because this seller's doing it for £20. They're selling 17 a day, and this seller's doing it for half the price and selling less than 5 a day. So it's one that definitely requires further investigation, but it certainly looks like possibly a good product. Not quite as good as the dog barking collar one. Okay, this next one is the oil diffuser. I've seen these before, and the thing about these is they do really vary in price, and it's quite a good selling price. So £23, £21, 21, £28, £32. And guys, look, they all pretty much look the same to me. They're actually, yeah, it's the same one as this one. They all look very similar to the one on Alibaba, so which is good. Now let's have a look at the sales. Okay, the sales for this one's absolutely fantastic. This, I'd say, is definitely a great product to definitely look further into. So this seller here at £23 a unit is selling 68 a day, £42,000 worth of revenue. That's nearly £50,000 worth of revenue in a month. And what are they getting them for? So $9.50. So let's just say after you negotiate, you manage to get it for £9 landed, and they're selling it for £28. No, sorry, that we'll do the £23. They're selling it for £23. So let's say they're making at least £10 profit a unit. £680 profit a day. Now, granted, it is nearly Christmas, so sales are inflated. I'm doing roughly this, actually a little bit higher. But in normal times for me, I sell 30 to 40 units a day. So, you know, with this product, even selling 30 to 40 units a day, that's £300-400 profit, not revenue, guys, profit that you can make from this product. Now, again, when you're thinking about whether it ticks all the boxes, okay, so we can definitely brand this. We can probably put a nice little brand name on here. We can bundle something with it. We can bundle maybe some essential oils or maybe an ebook and things on how to use it like that. I don't actually think it's too bulky. Having looked into it, you'd have to look into that a bit further. You can definitely get them ones that are quite small. So the size one is a half tick, but you'd have to definitely talk with your supplier about shipping costs and things like that to see what it would do. But this is definitely one worth investigating further. The only possibly like half maybe tick is the electronics part. But I'd say that given the huge amount of sales from this, it's definitely worth looking into, definitely worth doing your product tracking and starting to actually have a conversation with suppliers about how much you could get it for landed. The next one was the straws. I looked into that. The sales weren't there, unfortunately. I think there was one seller here at $4.99 doing like 30 a day, but $4.99, if you're getting it for 20 cents, I suppose you could make a decent amount, but probably wasn't worth investigating further. The makeup mirror, okay, let's have a look at that. So the possible question mark about this is it made out of glass, so if it was shipped it could get damaged or something, but again, that's only something that of a half tick. It depends on whether the sales are there. Okay, so we've got one seller at $23.99 doing 50 units a day. That's £34,000 worth of revenue. We've got another one, oh gosh, look at this, £46,000 for £20 they're selling it for. So another £50,000 product, and they're getting it for probably £6 a unit. Again, a ridiculous amount of profit there, and how easy was it to find that product there? And again, guys, I used Jungle Scout in the past, and I'm telling you now, none of these products came up. The sorts of products that I saw when I used the Jungle Scout search tool was things like the posture corrector that you just see over and over and over again. Squishies, which are the kids' toys, you see that coming up because the sales are huge, but it's just ridiculously competitive, and especially with the fact that everyone that's using Jungle Scout is seeing those products and thinking this is a great idea, and then putting them onto Amazon. So if you search for those two products now, you'll see it's just endless scrolling on Amazon. And then finally, the eyelashes. I can't actually remember what the result of this one was. Let's have a look. 11 a day, 36 a day, but 60p, it's not worth it. Don't get out of bed for that. Don't make the effort for that. Okay, so, but guys, we've found some really good products there, so I'm going to go and summarize for you now. Right guys, so what I've done here is I've just summarized all of the products that we just found using the Alibaba method into a table, just so you can see the absolute power of the technique that we've just done together. And you can see how much money you could possibly earn if you followed, if you actually did these products, if you thought they were a good idea upon further investigation. So firstly, what I've done, I've just created a table. So the dog bark collar, I've said, is it a good product? And when I say, is it a good product, I mean, does it tick enough of the boxes that we're looking for? Is it small? Are we going to be able to brand it? Are we going to be able to ship it to the UK cheaply? Has it got good margins? Is it electronic? Yes or no? Again, it doesn't need to tick all of these boxes. It just needs to tick probably, I'd say, more than half. Above all, the biggest one is, has it got sales in order to allow you to achieve your goals and in order to gain the amount of profit that you're looking on a monthly basis? So for my goals and what I would be looking for, if I hadn't got a product at the minute and if I was looking, these are the kind of metrics that I'd be using in my head. And this was my analysis of the products that we just found together with Alibaba. So dog bark collar, yes, I'd say that is a good product, definitely worth investigating further. The top seller was doing £15,000 revenue, so that's something that you should definitely be looking for. Remember that I launched my product in August and I'm already, just after 3 months, the top seller in my category. I outsell all of my competitors and I'm doing even higher revenue than what I initially found when I was doing the product research back in May. So 15k revenue, guys, that's something that's definitely achievable, provided that you put the effort and time in order to optimize your listing, have a great product, brand it, bundle it, whatever's needed in order to knock that top seller off the top spot. So £15,000. The next one was the protein shaker. I looked at that and I thought, no, the sales weren't there and it was a bit on the bulky side, so it would probably bring your margins down even lower. Pregnancy belt, that's something that I was kind of on the fence about. The top seller was actually doing £9,000 worth of revenue a month. I'd say with that, it's something that you should definitely product track, look into in a bit more detail and kind of work out why other sellers weren't selling as many. But, you know, that was, like I say, one that was on the fence about. All humidifier, this was the biggest tick for me. £42,000 worth of revenue. I thought it's really easy to brand. It's really easy to bundle something with. I actually looked into it in a bit more detail and you can get them quite small. The sales were absolutely fantastic. And as well, on top of that, it's like a present that it's a product that would probably make a good gift as well. So you'd always benefit in times of when it's somebody's birthday or Christmas or anything like that. So all humidifier, definitely one worth investigating. Metal straws, I put a question mark. Initially I said no, but having looked into the sales a bit more, there was a seller doing £10,000 worth of revenue a month, 60 units a day. The only reason I'm on the fence is that the selling price was a touch low. It was £5. Having said that, you can get them from Alibaba suppliers for as cheap as 20 pence a pack. So that's one I'd say. Do product tracking, look into it in a bit more detail and kind of see whether you think you can add value and improve on the listing. Makeup mirror for me, surprisingly, was a tick. Initially, I had a few doubts about it possibly getting smashed, but they're actually made of like shatterproof glass or shatterproof plastic, whatever it is. And you can get them pretty cheaply. And again, the top seller there was doing 46k. And, you know, that's something that that's a revenue from a listing that to me didn't look that great. It wasn't that well optimized. The pictures weren't that great. It was just the fact that it was ranked well. So that's 46k. That's a huge amount of money, and it's definitely something that I think, provided with the amount of time and effort, it's something that you could definitely achieve. Eyelashes, no, the sales weren't there and the price was far too low. It was like 50p or something like that. So not bad though, guys. 3 products we found, 3 good products. I found those using the Alibaba method in 10, 15 minutes. And together they generate over £110,000 worth of revenue a month, which is crazy. And you know, that's definitely not an easy amount to achieve, given that it's 3 products. Oh no, sorry, that's 4 products. I've miscounted it there. 4 products, including the pregnancy belt. It's not an easy amount to achieve, definitely, because 4 products is going to take quite a lot of focus. But what it does show you is that given time, you're going to be able to build an Amazon business to this size per month. And it sounds ridiculous saying that, I feel ridiculous saying, guys, you can look to earn £110,000 per month. But remember, the product that I've got is just generated £30,000 worth of revenue in 1 month. That's 1 product. So even timing that by 4, 120k. You know, I've managed to find and launch my product in 6 months. I'm currently looking for another product. So to be fair, I'd well expect to be doing £110,000 worth of revenue in a year or 2 once I've got a decent brand under my belt and a decent amount of products. So, you know, don't look at this figure and think that's ridiculous. There's no way you can achieve that. You can. Even if you just get one of these products and just achieve just achieve £40,000 worth of revenue or £10,000 worth of revenue, you're probably going to be earning more money than the vast majority of the population in the country. So fantastic opportunity. I really hope that you've learned something from this video, guys. Don't get demotivated. I know it can be difficult to find a product. I've just shown you, a really quick way of being able to generate ideas and to be able to find products that can generate a huge amount of money. So do keep trucking on. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe, like, and post a comment below. And also remember to come and join the on Facebook, the Amazon FBA Smashers. It's a completely free community. People posting it pretty much every single day, just helping each other out, critiquing each other's product ideas in terms of if they found something on Jungle Scout, whether people think it looks good or not. It's just a great way to learn how to do Amazon FBA and to smash it. So that's the Amazon FBA Smashers. All right, guys, we'll see you for the next video. I hope you've enjoyed this. See you next time.